As above, so below. We're doing a deep dive into the Magician card of the tarot. Magician is number 1 in the major arcana. If the Fool is the birth of an idea, the Magician is the maturation of that idea. The Magician offers a bridge, a connection between the spiritual and physical realm. So the Magician can act as a conduit for converting spiritual insight and energy into matter, and specifically action within that matter. The Magician helps manifest inner spiritual power into inspired physical action because the Magician is a master at being resourceful. He or she possesses the willpower to focus energies and thus accomplish things. Let's take a look at the Smith Waite Magician card. And here we see the Magician faces us, and he raises his right arm towards heaven, and his left arm points towards the earth. So he's showing us, as above, so below. Okay? He's also telling us that he's a bridge, a conduit, between the spiritual and the material. Okay? He's draped in a red cloak, and the red cloak represents passion and earthly knowledge. The white robe underneath represents his ability and passion for creative manifestation. Now, his white headband represents wisdom and great spirituality. He has a lemniscate above his head here, like an infinity symbol, and that indicates eternity and his infinite capacity for creativity. Okay, moving on down now, we go to his belt. And his belt, if we can get a focus on it here, there we go. His belt is a snake swallowing its own tail, otherwise known as the Ouroboros. And the Ouroboros represents eternity and the cycle of birth and rebirth. Now notice there's red roses in the foreground, as there are white lilies, okay? Now the red rose represents love and compassion, and the white lilies represent the purity of positive thinking, resulting in positive accomplishments. Okay? So let's go on to the suits, the 4 suits represented on his table. You can see them on the card here. There are the 4 suits of the minor arcana. Okay? We first have a cup, we have a sword, have a pentacle, and we have a wand. Okay? Now, these 4 suits reflect the 4 elements of the earth. We have water, represented by the cup. We have air, represented by the sword. We have earth, represented by the pentacle. And we have fire, represented by the wand. Okay? Now, the cup represents love and emotion primarily. It's a water suit. Love and emotion. The sword represents mental thoughts and beliefs to manifest power for good intentions. Okay? So that's our air suit. And then we have our earth suit, the pentacle, and allows us to remain grounded and seek ways to improve health and material satisfaction. And finally, the wand allows us to become more passionate and enhance our vitality. Okay? So once again, cups, swords, pentacle, and wand, all representing the minor arcana coming up in the deck. I'm going to take a break here. This is part 1. And part 2, I'm coming back and I'm showing you about 50 different type of magician cards from different decks. And there's also different types of magicians in the tarot. Okay, so we're going to be going over all that. And anyways, well, that's it for part 1. And stay tuned for part 2. Thanks so much for watching.